Today, Bloomberg reported that U.S. GDP growth accelerated to 2.4%, blowing past economists' estimates. Consumer confidence is also at the highest level in over 2 years, and inflation has now declined for 12 consecutive months to a low of 3%. The United States has the highest GDP growth and the lowest inflation of all the G7 countries. So growth is up, consumer confidence is up, inflation is down. This is Bidenomics, and it did not happen by accident. When Democrats were in control last term, we passed numerous laws to grow our economy from the bottom up and the middle out. We passed the American Rescue Plan, the Inflation Reduction Act, the CHIPS and Science Act, the Infrastructure Law. All of those laws have now grown our economy and grown the middle class. What are Republicans focused on? Putting women in jail for concealing abortions. Mr. Speaker, as a recovering computer science major, I'm excited about artificial intelligence. AI has moved society forward. It will continue to do amazing things in the medical field and many other fields. At the same time, there are potential risks to artificial intelligence, and we need to make sure we can harness the benefits of AI and reduce these risks. That's why I have proposed a national AI commission. It is a bipartisan blue ribbon commission that will make recommendations to Congress as to what kinds of AI we should regulate and how we might go about doing so. This legislation is co-authored with Republican Congressmember Ken Buck, with Congresswoman Anna Eshoo, and on the Senate side, it will be carried by Senator Schatz. I urge the Speaker to put this legislation on the floor for a vote.
Happy Friday, friends. Please make sure to watch out for this. Top economists and the Federal Reserve have released new details on the current state of the U.S. economy. There are new signs that point to a recession later this year, and millions of Americans are urging that the federal government approve at least one more round of stimulus checks. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video, as I'll be covering everything that you need to know. Also, in a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please make sure you enter these giveaway friends by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Despite a recent pullback in inflation, the Federal Reserve raised its key interest rate by a quarter point this week and signaled another hike is at least on the table in the coming months. The move nudged the federal funds rate to a range of 5.25% to 5.5%. That is the highest level in 22 years. At a news conference, Fed Chair Jerome Powell acknowledged inflation slowed down in June, but also added that while it is welcome, it is just one report, 1 month of data. He also stated the process of lowering inflation to the Fed's 2% goal has a long way to go. Powell stated the labor market continues to be strong, noting the Fed wants to bring supply and demand in the economy and labor market into a better balance. Powell also stated it is certainly possible we would raise rates again at the September meeting, and it's also possible we will hold steady. The latest rate bump means another rise in borrowing costs for businesses and consumers, who got a reprieve when the Fed paused its aggressive hiking campaign in June. Rates for credit cards, adjustable rate mortgages, auto, and other loans are now poised to climb higher. But Americans, especially seniors and retirees, are finally reaping higher bank saving yields after years of paltry returns. So after lifting its benchmark short-term rate by 5 percentage points in 14 months, the Fed took a break in June to assess the lagged effects of their strategy that many forecasters will say caused a recession this year. Earlier this month, the Consumer Price Index unexpectedly revealed that both overall inflation and the core reading slowed in June to 3% and 4.8%. Though that's still above the Fed's 2% target rate, Goldman Sachs believed that Wednesday's rate hike will be the last, now that inflation has reached a turning point. Markets that predict Fed funds rate movements also believe the central bank will now hold rates steady before cutting them next year. Major banks have reported setting aside more money to cover bad consumer loans as credit card balances continue to rise. The rejection rate for people applying for credit jumped to nearly 22% in June. That is the highest level in 5 years. Rejection rates for credit cards, credit card limit increase requests, mortgages, and mortgage refinance applications also rose to higher rates. The Fed can impact, but doesn't directly set mortgage rates, so home loan costs may not shift significantly in the near term. Other factors like housing demand and the economic outlook also influence mortgage rates. Any action that makes consumers or investors less certain can cause mortgage rates to fluctuate. And in 3 periods since the late 1970s, when the Fed raised interest rates to cool the economy, prices generally stayed steady, but the number of existing homes sold had declined. When Congress passed the CARES Act in March 2020, the economy was losing tens of millions of jobs. The stock market crashed, and the United States was in the grips of a public health emergency. That is precisely the kind of urgent emergency that justifies expensive, widespread stimulus spending. Progressive lawmakers have shown support for 2 initiatives that could greatly benefit numerous American families. The first proposal aims to establish a universal income program that would provide adults with $1,200 per month. These cash payments would be facilitated through local governments over a span of 5 years. The second proposal seeks to make the expanded child tax credit a permanent fixture. New federal stimulus payments would require an act of Congress, which is currently divided along razor-thin margins in a tough political climate. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Friday. My dearest friends, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway in a video later today. So please make sure that you enter the giveaway and do stay tuned for the winners. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed Friday.